Hi, I'm Jeanne Fiorini. Thanks for joining the Tarot Tips. I thought in this segment we would follow up a little bit on what we talked about last time in regards to how do you set up or shuffle or get your cards ready to be put in the layout. This brought to my mind some of the like the significator, rather old-fashioned traditions around the tarot that I'd like to address. And like everything else that you might hear in these tarot tips, things are said with the intention of helping you to establish your own way with your cards, to find the things that work for you so that you can use the tarot in a way that's going to be effective for you and for the people around you. The first thing that comes to mind if I think of what are sort of the traditional rules around tarot cards, just in general, the first one that comes to my mind is that your cards must be wrapped in black silk. And I guess I want to say that's nice work if you can get it. You know, if you like black silk, that's fine. To me, I think of somebody who's a carpenter and who, if you make your living with your tools, you're going to want to take good care of your tools. When you're done with your hammer and your saw, whatever, you're going to want to clean things up and put them away so that when you need them, you can go to your tool chest, access your tools, and use them. It's to me the same thing with your tarot cards. You just want to be treating them with respect. You want to treat the thing that helps you to tap into unconscious knowing with respect. So to me, it doesn't have to be silk. It doesn't have to be black. My preference would be a natural fabric. Cotton, silk is nice. Wool, even a nice lightweight wool, or if you're of Scottish descent and you've got a plaid and you want to wrap your cards in your tartan, I think that's perfectly fine. And even to say that if you have a polyester scarf that your grandma wore and you love it and it has emotional significance for you, if you like it, use it. If it has positive associations and attractions and energies for you, use it. I've seen people come into tarot class with their cards in wooden boxes. I've seen people come in with their cards in bags that they've knit. You know, I guess I just want to say you don't want to carry your tarot cards around in a dirty old sock, but to treat the tool that's helping you access the unconscious in a way that you would treat something which is serving you. So putting your cards in anything that lets them know that they're cared for, that they're protected, that they are a valuable resource for you. On to point number 2. Sometimes people say that you shouldn't let other people touch your tarot cards. And this to me is absolutely a personal preference. You might decide somewhere along the line that it's important for you to use your intuitive knowing and be the only one who touches the cards. You might have a deck that is very special to you, that you don't want other people putting their hands, their energy, putting their information on. And I think that that's a viable option. But if I'm going to be reading cards with people, as I said in the previous tarot tip, it's important for me to have them have their hands on them so that there's the unspoken message that they are responsible for the information that they're getting. So that notion of not letting others touch your cards doesn't really work for me personally. But if I had a very special deck, maybe that cost me a lot of money or that was handed down to me from people in my family or that had some sort of significance, I would be okay with not letting other people use those. Maybe I would use those cards for my own whatever functions I decided I like to have that particular tarot deck on hand. In general, working with people, though, I like to make sure that they can have physical access to what we're doing. Again, that's going to be a personal preference for you. Do the thing that works for you. The third point that comes to mind when I'm thinking of, okay, what are some of those older notions about tarot cards? And I haven't heard this one in a while, but when I first started, people would say, well, who gave you your deck? Who gave you your first deck? And I didn't really understand that. Apparently, there's the notion or the thought that your first tarot deck should be given to you. And I guess my thought on that is that's nice. Again, nice work if you can get it. Nice if somebody shares that part of their life with you in that way. But I guess I would say the universe gave me cash instead and said, you know, in my own mind, it's like, I have cash, I'll go out and get my own tarot deck. I think if we all waited until somebody gave us a tarot deck, there'd be a lot of people out there with a lot of questions. So the point of all that being, find your own way. The tarot is a system with so many variables within itself and so many ways to use it. Don't get hung up in the shoulds around how to work with your cards, what the right or wrong way to have them in your possession is. The important thing is that you, I'll say, honor them. They are simply pieces of paper, so they're not magical and mystical in that way, but they are your tool. And like a good carpenter or handyman or whatever it is, a person who relies on a tool to help them do their job well should treat their tool with respect. So as long as that happens, do whatever you want to do. I hope that's helpful. Gives you permission to carry on. So thanks for being here. Appreciate your time. See you next time.